Okay, this is R.A. Manard, Mitra. My organization is Monks of the Way, and yours is
Well, it's Hope West Food Pantry.
Hope West Food Pantry, and we're here on Tuesday in Omaha, Nebraska, and they're doing a food pantry at this church, and I wanted to highlight what they're doing here because, first of all, they're doing something. A lot of people are not doing something. These people are doing something. So when you see people getting donations to charity, you probably want to look and see, are they doing something? Once again, these people are doing something. So I want to spotlight that. So how many people do you have come through on a typical Tuesday?
We average about 135 families.
And do you ever run out?
No, we always give them something.
That's impressive. I was here before, and there was 80 cars total that were already here, and it wasn't noon yet.
Right.
And so you guys must just get a lot of people through here. It's really amazing. And so volunteers, is it easy for you to get volunteers to help you out with this?
We usually have volunteers,
Yeah.
people who are willing to come, and we're going to be having a volunteer fair among our congregation to get more people to fill in the winter when some of our faithful volunteers head south for the winter.
And so what months do you do this? What part of the year? Probably not in winter, or do you?
We do it year round.
Year round. Wow. Well, because people need stuff year round, so it's good that you're doing that, because some of them don't. Some of them do a lot less than what you're doing and have a lot more volunteers and parking spaces and whatever, and they're doing less. So you're doing more with less than they've got. So congratulations on that. And how long have you been doing this? How many years?
We just finished 6 years.
6 years. So very practiced at this. That
Yes.
explains some of the good organization you've got here. Because I don't know if it can see very well, but yeah, I think it can see. We've got 15 different types of things going on here at the same time. We got carts coming out and going in back and forth. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 9 volunteers at a time doing stuff at least. On the inside too, so at least a dozen probably, at least.
Yes.
Incredible. So
We usually have 4 volunteers inside.
do you get any donations for the stuff that you're doing for this, or do you just?
Yes, the congregation is very generous in supporting us.
I think even just random people on the internet would probably want to donate a couple bucks. They could do a lot worse than donating to people that are doing something. You know?
True.
Yeah. And you yourself, how long have you been dealing with this?
I'm one of the original.
So 6 years.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. And is there anything in particular you'd want people to know about the efforts that you're doing here?
We try to accommodate everybody and get them through the line as quickly as on their way.
Oh, and I want to note, you guys weren't asking for driver's licenses. You weren't, doing some of the things that other places are doing, the hurdles that people have to getting the help that they need. Right?
No.
Yeah.
When you come, you sign a sheet of paper with your name and the address and the number of people in your family. And then you drive through and get loaded up.
Mm-hmm. It is that easy. And making it that easy is just part of why this thing is so fantastic going through here like this. It's really something. And do you have other charity programs or efforts that you're doing at the same time?
Yes, we support Millard North High School Food Pantry.
Oh.
We give them groceries. And there's an organization in Omaha, Least of Our Brethren, who help people who have been out of work get a place to live, and they've got a job, and then Least of the Brethren moves them into a new, completely furnished apartment, and we give a bag of food with them.
Wow. That's definitely something they needed to hear that you're doing, because once again, donating to people that are doing something instead of people that aren't. I mean, people give a lot of money to these organizations, and then there's these high fees that they're paying people inside, to shuffle paperwork or whatever. They're making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to shuffle some paperwork when they're supposed to be doing charity.
We're 100% volunteers.
Excellent.
Nobody gets paid.
That is excellent. And people definitely want to hear stuff like that. And being able to help people get on their feet like that too. That's one of my reoccurring themes, is that I'm seeing that there's more and more pressure on people because the price is going up and the wage is not really going up. And so you just get more people coming through and they're having a hard time. And honestly, it's good to get some groceries. I can help somebody get through the month when they couldn't.
Yes.
And but there's some people that's just not going to be enough. They lost their job. Their rent got doubled. Grocery prices are a third more or whatever. What are they going to do? A lot of people can't afford that, and they're like, well, I got to move out, and then they can't find a place they can afford. And then what do?
We have had homeless people come through, and we have started making special bags of food for them if they're living in a car. We give them food that would be easy to have on hand.
Yeah, it's a little different than when you go to a house and you can cook stuff on
Yes.
a stove, and you've got a freezer to put fish in or whatever. Yeah, very, very different, definitely. You want to, and probably pop-top cans. There's a lot of details involved, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Well, I wanted to showcase what you're doing. Is there anything else you wanted the internet to know, or whoever might be watching?
Every week we buy milk and bread so that we're quite sure every family goes home with a gallon of milk and a loaf of bread. I would say 99% of the time they get a package of meat. There was one time when we couldn't get any meat from the food bank and didn't have enough to pass out, but that was like one week out of all these years.
Wow. So far everything is still working. The system is still functioning.
Still working.
Well, that's great to hear. I'm afraid someday it won't. That's my fear. Something's got to break somewhere.
And the food bank is very supportive of us. That we get a fair amount of food from them.
That's awesome.
Just tell them to help wherever they can, and
people should volunteer, do their own charity work also, it's all part of, if you want to help out, you're going to do something. Some people work a lot though, and they really don't have time to be coming down and doing volunteer work, but
Right.
they make plenty of money, more than they need, and some people obviously less than they need, and they could donate and make sure that this charity work is actually going.
And we have several grocery stores and businesses that donate their dented, expired goods to us. That we
Yeah,
make
if I'm
use
hungry,
of.
I don't care if a can of chili's got a dent in it or not.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, what was your name?
Verna Peterson.
Okay. All right, Manard. And I appreciate talking to you today. I'm hoping that Jesus will bless everybody. The Buddha will bless everybody with his teachings. It's a different thing, but we're still trying to do the same thing. We're trying to do the work. And that's what I appreciate. And that's what I'm trying to spotlight here today.
All right.
All right.
Well, good luck in that.
Thank you.
We couldn't do it without our volunteers.
Definitely.
Now, do you have any more questions for